The Midwest Gaming Classic is making its 2021 return next year. Let's talk about it on this episode of Gamer Logic. Hello everyone, I'm Mike Mertes, and I hope you are being well, and I hope you're being safe. Thanks for taking the time to watch this new episode of Gamer Logic, and man, here we are in November of 2020, and it's just so unfortunate that coronavirus is still here. We're still doing whatever we can to try to stop infection and to find ways of just eradicating this virus altogether. 2020 it's terrible for a variety of reasons due to the pandemic. People have lost their jobs, businesses have closed down. The list has gone on and on about the negatives of what coronavirus has really done. And for retro gamers in particular, just like folks that go to anime conventions or comic book conventions, Wizard World, stuff like that, if you're one that likes to get out there and talk to fellow collectors, shop for retro games, then there's a pretty good chance that 2020, your favorite video game convention that you went to, got canceled. Midwest Gaming Classic 2020. Midwest Gaming Classic is a video game convention that I've been going to since 2008, and I was crushed this year when the announcement came out that it was going to have to be canceled. And of course, that's not a knock against the founders of the event. It was just the best, the safest, and I think at that point, by law, they had to cancel the show. So there's no ill will on my end to the founders of Midwest Gaming Classic because it's just horrible circumstances, right? So Midwest Gaming Classic got canceled, and you kind of saw from there through the timeline of other video game conventions that they were either getting canceled or they were getting scheduled for later in the year. A certain video game convention in Texas, I know, was supposed to run in June or July, and ended up not being able to happen. They postponed it, hoping they could run it in October because, hey, hopefully coronavirus would be figured out or gone by then, or numbers would be down. That didn't happen. And unfortunately, they also had to cancel that event altogether, and it's rescheduled for some point next year. So here we are in November, right? Thanksgiving's just around the corner. People probably aren't going to be able to see their families, and January 1st is going to come for 2021, and it means nothing virus-wise. The virus doesn't care whether or not it's January 1st or February 2nd. We're really nowhere close to getting rid of the virus, or at least getting rid of the infection, it seems. So what does that mean for video game conventions? So, being a convention founder, you have to sit back and look at the numbers and be like, when do we go? When do we decide that we're going to do an event? Are we going to do an event? Or, we've been doing this for so many years, and with this virus being so unpredictable, maybe we just don't do it, period. I'm sure that's so many of the thoughts that are going in convention runners' heads right now. And I kind of sat back and, waited to see what the Midwest Gaming Classic was going to be doing. And this week they announced that for 2021, the Midwest Gaming Classic is officially coming back, but it's not going to be in April. Traditionally, Midwest Gaming Classic always ran in April, usually the first or second week in April, usually the week after my birthday, actually. And I always love the fact that Midwest Gaming Classic was in April on my birthday or around my birthday, because who wouldn't want to visit such a great and well-organized and huge event like the Midwest Gaming Classic, right? I mean, for your birthday, you can't beat that. That was probably why it was so disappointing to me. But 2021, not happening in April. The guys at Midwest Gaming Classic are playing it smart. The Midwest Gaming Classic for 2021 will be coming back in which I believe is the first weekend of November. I believe it's the 5th through the 7th. I'll put the notes on the YouTube video description in case I'm wrong, but it is taking place in November of 2021. Why so long? Well, think about it. It is a pretty low chance, right? And I'm not being trying to be negative, but with how things are going right now with this virus, April is so hard to commit to for a date to have such a huge convention and have all this planning only to find out that things aren't getting better, or things aren't going away as fast as we'd like it, and they have to end up canceling the convention again. November gives us plenty of time to really find out if this virus is going to go away, if we're going to control it, and then we can have our convention. So personally, I think it is a great decision. For me, being in the Midwest, the winter sucks, right? I hate the winter. So being able to look forward to the Midwest Gaming Classic in November will be cool. Will I miss it in April? Of course I will. But they did say in their Facebook post that there is an opportunity, if things get better, for a second event. What could that second event be? Something smaller? Is it something virtual? Would they bring it back to the Sheraton in Brookfield? That would be cool. I'd go for something like that. A smaller event, maybe not as many games, but lots of vendors and some other events. I think there's a lot of opportunities here, and I'd love to see what virtual opportunities they have there. And hopefully with that means that other conventions are going to play it safe and maybe have their events towards the end of 2021. So do I plan on going next year? Absolutely. And I guess that's where I kind of want to open up to you guys who are watching. With everything going on with coronavirus, with the infection rates high or the infection rates low, what are your thoughts? Has this virus changed your mind about going to conventions in the future? Either if you do go, how you go about things there, or are you going to start shying away from conventions altogether? I'm very curious to find out that from all of you. So, Midwest Gaming Classic coming back in 2021. Can't wait, and I hope you guys can't wait either. And I hope for the rest of you that are waiting for convention news in your particular area that they announce something similar, and hopefully later in the year too, so they can play it safe. I'm Mike Mertes. Thanks for watching Gamer Logic. Peace.